Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to VGU Talks, where we have a chat about something in the world of games. I'm Dom, the expert of course from VideoGamesUncovered.com, and today I answer the question, is Phil Fish right? Well, this is all started because Phil Fish was on Twitter again recently after talking about his opinions on YouTubers and game revenue, saying that YouTubers should pay game developers a quote-unquote huge portion of revenue. Okay, let's have a look at what he said, shall we? Here are the following tweets that he dished out complaining about the matter. If you generate money from putting my content on your channel, you owe me money. Simple as that. If you buy a movie, are you then allowed to stream the entirety of it publicly for people to watch free? No, because that's illegal. Systems are in place to prevent that. But buy Fez, put all of it on YouTube, turn on ads, make money from it, and that's totally fine. And the developer should in no way be compensated for their work being freely distributed to the world. Right, makes sense. So of course, Phil Fish has been under fire quite a bit recently, especially since with the whole Fez 2 scenario where a fight broke out on Twitter and he responded basically saying, well, I'm pulling the plug on Fez 2, end of. You win. And that just annoyed everyone, because the people that weren't a part of the argument, or the people that were trying to back him up in the argument, the people that were invested in the original Fez and were really looking forward to Fez 2, immediately thought, well, you've just pulled the plug on what could have been a sequel to your magnum opus. Congratulations, big friggin' mistake. And ever since then he's speaking his mind about a lot of things, and this is another one to add to the list. In my personal opinion, I don't think he's right at all. I actually think he's gone a little bit too balmy up there in this old mind of his, after he's only made one game. This is the thing you need to keep in mind. Makes one game, cancels his sequel, does not think about going back into the games industry whatsoever, and then constantly complains about practices and people in the industry or playing video games, which I think is completely barbaric. Did you hear that he thinks every Japanese game ever made is terrible? Ooh. Ew. Well, it looks like Mario isn't doing so well. Really. It annoys me to even think that he's talking about this. He does have a point, because in some cases some YouTubers would just post up the game in its entirety with no commentary, no intent of parodying, reviewing, critiquing, or any of that manner. Yeah, that's a little bit... and I'm not too keen on people gaining ad revenue on non-commentated playthroughs of video games. I think that's really bad, because you're just basically showing the entirety of the game to everyone and you're not even talking about it. It's But apart from that, it's fine. It's all under the Fair Use Act, because it's all under commentary and critique, even parody. It's all covered and it's all fine. Heck, Sony are bringing in an app onto the PS4 that's going to let you share your games directly onto YouTube, so that's a moving step forward. And I know, Nintendo have been a bit iffy with the whole YouTube thing, but even Nintendo are actually trying to get into this with their new affiliate program. They're trying to understand YouTube a little bit more, trying not to post up as many copyright strikes as they have done in the past. More and more developers are starting to realize YouTube and video streaming of video games does one big thing for the industry. It advertises games. Whether it be AAA, whether it be indie, or whether it be a game made by one guy sitting in his garage day in day out for the last 2 years, YouTube is the place where you can stream it, play it, commentate about it, and basically showcase the game, giving you free advertisement. I know a ton of videos out there that don't even have monetization on, which means they're not getting any ad revenue whatsoever, or people that get little amount of views, which basically means, well, no ad revenue there, and all they're doing is advertising their game, showing their love for the game, and basically trying to convince you to either 1, go out and buy this game because it's so good, or 2, You might want to stay away from this game because business practices or the game may not be as good as it is promised. YouTube is nothing but a good thing for gaming. Phil Fish obviously doesn't understand this, and he's just coming out saying, well, if everyone else is making money off of my product, I want a piece of that cake. Well, I'm sorry, Phil. When I bought the game and I picked up that box and I said, it is mine now, I kinda have the right to do what the hell I want with it, including record it, talk about it, put it up on YouTube, and basically say yay or nay. And you know what the bad thing is about all this? If he did get ad revenue from people that have posted up Fez videos, what is he going to do with that money? Is he going to do what he did with the development of Fez 2 and just grab the money and run? Is he going to potentially make Fez 2 but make it half-assed because that's exactly the kind of gamers that we are? No. In my opinion, no. I think this is just a child at this stage, just trying to get back at everyone that kind of misdue him, and it's sick. If anything, Phil Fish has come under flack time and time again. This is my first time talking about Phil Fish, and I hope this is my last time talking about him, because genuinely I don't like him as a developer. I think he's a little bit too cocky for his own good. And quite frankly, I think he's one of the worst developers out there when it comes to community interaction. He doesn't care, all he cares is about the money. When Fez came out, it was all about Fez. Now, it's all about money and Phil Fish. Well, Phil, there's plenty more fish in the sea. Go back there and join the party. Trust me, that's the safer route. And since that Twitter fight, he has actually closed his Twitter account entirely, so he obviously can't take criticism again for his own actions. He's a little bit of a child, but that's my opinion. End of conversation. So ladies and gentlemen, there you go. Phil Fish and his take on YouTubers and should they pay developers a huge portion of their ad revenue. But you know what? I'm curious as to what you think about this situation. Are you a fan of Phil Fish and do you think he has been mistreated? Do you believe that YouTubers that do put out gameplay of anything should give a huge portion of their ad revenue to the developers? Or do you think Phil Fish is just literally trying to cling on and trying to attack anything that he's not getting money for, and he's just being a giant child about it? I'm going to go with the latter, but that's just me. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll see you next time for another edition of VGU Talks.